guys, welcome back to LAZY NATURALISTA channel. My name is Joy and today's video is going to be about hair loss, whether relaxed or natural hair. So if you are new to this platform, I want to please subscribe to this channel. So today we're going to be dealing with thinning hair, shedding hair, hair breakage, and I'm going to tell you about the ways on how to deal with it, prevent it and stop it. So let's start from the beginning. I'm very sure you've heard a lot of terms like hair fall, hair thinning, hair breakage. What's the differences? Hair fall is when you have hair shedding right from the root of your hair. So it could be fall if it's just few strands falling. It could be shedding of hair if there's a lot of hair strands falling away. It could be hair thinning when the volume of your hair itself thins down. Each strand from the very thick, nice, robust strand and end up becoming a very thin, fine hair strand which doesn't used to be, or which doesn't feel as healthy and robust as it used to be. Hair breakage could be when it simply breaks or cuts from anywhere of your hair, like from the root or from the hair itself. So you may ask yourself, why is my hair shedding in the first place? Wait, before you freak out, according to the internet, the average human loses about 100 strands per day. So if you feel like you're losing more than that, well, there could be a number of reasons why that is happening. It could be related to hormonal levels, it could be stress, which is a major reason, it could be age, if you recently give birth and dealing with postpartum hair loss. It's another reason. Your diets, hereditary genes, if you just kind of have a bad hair routine, or maybe you are not keeping the healthiest habits for your hair. So obviously, if it's related to pregnancy, usually this will only last about 6 months. If it's past that, then you want to see your doctor. Usually, if your hair shedding is related to big hormonal changes, just be rest assured that it's only temporary. But outside of that, let's talk about some easy solutions to prevent hair shedding and thinning hair and also dealing with it. So let's start with the basics. You want to make sure that you are maintaining a healthy, balanced diet friendly to your hair. So that means lots of vitamins, lots of proteins, few major key players here: zinc, iron, B12. Be sure you're stocking your fridge with fish, leafy greens, that is vegetables, nuts and things like that. Then you should be good to go. The next point is, and of course, aside from diet, make sure that you're always hydrated. This is super key. So this could be hard for you and maybe you are super busy or you forget or you just don't like the taste of water. It's possible that you don't like the taste of water or anything. So just to make it easier for you, I suggest adding some fruit to your water and make it fun, make it like a game or challenge, set some reminders on your phone so that you are constantly drinking water throughout the day. Staying hydrated is super important for maintaining healthy, thick, long hair. Next, let's talk about stress. Because stress is so major and everyone must deal with it, or someone must deal with it. I for sure deal with stress. You want to make sure that you spend some time on yourself, you give yourself that time that you need to sort of distress, relax, meditate, whatever it is for you. That could be taking a bath, a massage, or anything. Just take that time and do it to distress, because that will definitely help with your hair. Speaking of massage, a great thing you can do to help stimulate more hair growth and thicker hair is to give yourself a nice scalp hair massage. So this is where you're going to take your fingertip and just really gently in cycles kind of massage your scalp and head all over, and this is going to add some circulation and cause blood flow into your head and scalp, and in turn stimulates that hair growth. You can elevate this by adding a little bit of castor oil. Castor oil is really known to stimulate hair growth and keep it super healthy, keep your hair super healthy and soft. But not to worry, if you don't have castor oil, you can make use of lavender oil, nut oil, avocado oil, carrot seed oil, and the rest of other oils. These are really great they are really great here because they really have regenerative ingredients to help stimulate that hair growth. If you can get yourself a gentle scalp massage before bed or daily or 1 to 3 times in a week, then that's great. Then let's talk about completeness. So first up, you want to make sure that you are brushing your hair the right way. That is the time where you are probably seeing a lot of shedding. Most of your shedding happening when you comb your hair. So you notice that the most because your hairbrush is just full of strands of hair. So you want to make sure that you are not overbrushing, because overbrushing causes a lot of friction and it just causes a lot of pulling and your hair will fall out more. So if you can keep the brushing as minimal as possible, you want to make sure that you are using the right type of comb or brush. So I always opt for a wide tooth comb rather than really closely tight plastic bristles, and this is a lot more gentler on your hair. And you also want to make sure that you are brushing from the bottom, working your way up to the top, never starting at the root of your hair and just dragging your brush down. That's very harsh and that just pulls your hair out and it will cause more shedding. You want to avoid as much friction as possible and be super gentle on your hair. Using very hot water to wash your hair is a no-no for your hair. You shouldn't do that. It's wrong. Hot water for your hair to wash your hair is bad for your hair health, because the hot water and steam is really dehydrating. So your hair is really dehydrating on your hair locks, you understand? So it dehydrates your hair locks, and dehydration causes some more brittle strands that will break and then again to cause more hair loss. So reduce the hotness of your water temperature to medium heat. And out your hair with cool water is great for extra shiny hair, and it's also way more gentle on your hair. Your hair will thank you for that. After washing your hair, it's time to dry your hair. There are some extra precautions to take to help deal with hair shedding or hair loss or thinning hair. So you want to make sure that you are using the right type of towel to dry your hair. So that could be a microfiber towel or even an old t-shirt rather than using a regular towel, because they have such big, harsh, raw fibers in the material. Regular towels cause a lot of friction, especially if you are not drying your hair the proper way. So I always recommend parting your hair dry and gently squeezing with minimal twisting. You don't want to be rubbing it, you don't want to be putting it up in a towel to burn. The whole point here is you just want to be really gentle with your hair. You don't want to be rough with it. So no aggressive towel drying. Is that alright? The next point is always avoid hot tools for your hair. But if it seems pretty hard for you, then reduce the temperature to a few degrees at least, or try to keep this heat styling to a minimum. You shouldn't be using hot tools frequently. I'm sure you already know that. Moving on, if you shed a lot, let's avoid really tight hold back hairstyles. Than a tight ponytail, let's opt for a low laser one, and that also goes for the types of elastics or hair accessories you are using. You don't want to be using a really harsh tight elastic or ribbons or rubber rings. You might want to opt for like a fabric scrunchie, which is more gentle on the hair. In that case, avoid rubber rings, bubble pins, hair accessories that have a lot of metal where your hair can get caught and tangled in it, and again, just more pulling. Okay, that's it for today's video. I hope you took away a couple new tips and tricks when it comes to dealing with shedding of hair loss, thinning hair, all of that. We all go through different ups and downs with our hair depending on what we are going through. You know, we can't always control all these factors, but if you can add even just a couple of these tips and everyday habits into your hair routine, into your lifestyle, then you will see a major difference for sure. So in taking these tips, there are things I need to advise you, I need to beg of you to do. When you're taking this hair tips, you need to be patient, because your hair won't grow overnight. I'm sorry, if you're expecting 1 week your hair will grow, it's a big lie. You have to be patient, you have to be consistent in your hair routine, you have to be positive, and you have to take progress pictures. You have to take pictures of your hair to know the time your hair is progressing. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe to this Naturalista channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.